It's the Daily Talk Show, episode 651.
What's happening, guys? What's going on? Happy Saturday. Can we get a bit of hands in the air?
Mate,
Just Bungay Stania style.
Oh,
We
sorry.
need to we need to just lift that energy. So he said put your hands up in the air if you're feeling a bit flat, just to change your state a bit. So it's yep, my hands are getting tired.
Can we just appreciate we're using new technology today, and I've already managed to have the Melbourne
intro,
the Australia across the whole intro.
Did you?
Yeah,
I didn't notice that.
No.
I was going to call it out, but I was like, it's first attempt.
Thank you.
We're getting there, guys. We're getting there.
What have you been up to?
Go. Yeah, today, Buddy's currently sleeping in the car, which is always a win. And it's I think we're doing what every other person in isolation is doing. Maybe not you, is because your house is already pretty clean.
Mm-hmm.
We're like tidying, cleaning, reshuffling the garage, making sure everything's away. And we've already got 2 full bins that we're throwing out. So like we've got our recycle and our garbage. So it's I know I saw this funny meme. It was like someone locked down in isolation. They cleaned their room. They cleaned their house 3 months ago, and so now they've got nothing to do in isolation, and they're in trouble because that's what everyone does, right?
Well, Sevs, you've also cleaned your house.
Yeah, I mean, I was in the shower just cleaning. We had a big cleanup. Like,
what were you cleaning, mate? That's what I do in the shower. I clean. What were you cleaning?
Well, we didn't know. Well, actually,
what happened last night?
One who cleaned. No, but I mean, yeah, we've cancelled our cleaner, so we now have to clean the house once every. We're probably doing it once a week now on Saturdays.
And so, what was the decision around cancelling the cleaner? How did that come about?
Well, I mean, I didn't know about it. I think Mum and Dad just did it, but yeah, it was more just like you don't want people in your house, and also saves money. So
yeah,
are you furious?
That I have to clean the shower? Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, mate. You haven't pulled your weight around the office at all in that respect. So I expect that when we move back in. Is there anything you've cancelled, Josh, or have you doubled down? What are you doing?
I cancelled deodorant, but
that's not. But I'm talking about something that's costing you. I guess it costs you.
No, because I did the big subscription cancel probably 6 months ago, where I got rid of hundreds of bucks worth of stuff. And so it's pretty lean operation now.
Everyone is being so kind. So we're using Basecamp, and we've kind of been bringing stuff into it. It's like a project management tool. But our free trial runs out today, and I emailed them because we haven't brought in everything we need to, because business is not as usual, and we're it's all tough for people. But I messaged them and said, would I be able to extend the free trial for another month? They wrote back saying, yeah, of course you can. You've got it until April 28. So it's really nice.
And I guess there's not much of a difference now between weekdays and weekends.
Well, it definitely feels like that.
Yeah. Is there a way that we can distinguish between the two?
I mean, other than looking at the calendar, but no. It is funny you say that, because I feel, like I've always felt working on the weekends has this kind of this naughtiness where, like other people aren't
so naughty
working, so you can get ahead. I'm just being silly, but it's like you can get ahead because everyone's slowing down, and you get a chance to sort of do shit, be ahead of the game. I feel like that is work now every day. It feels like the weekend feels like it's slow. It has a nice feel to it. So, but does it matter on the weekend? Like, you can't go out.
Especially, I wonder with you, Sevs, like, do you feel like you need to spend more time with the family?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, probably a little bit. I mean, we've been getting into like board games and stuff, and I never usually play board games with the family. But last
Is
night,
it a rule or what's that about?
No, well, I mean, sometimes there's this Monopoly card game that's good to play, but I mean, I can't be bothered half the times. But last night we played one, and I just sat on the side and was helping, because they were in pairs of 2, Mum and Sam, and then Dad and James or whatever. And so
how do
I was just helping everyone. Well, you had to find like correlations between 2 words, and the other person had to guess what the word was. So
What game is that?
I have no idea what it was called.
Charades. What are you playing? This
It's
is
a bit
so
of that.
cute.
I don't
Your
know what it
family's
is.
so cute. You're all such big cuties. There is a whole like ISO games. I mean, this is like all the challenges, the push-up one where you sort of on Instagram stories, you do some push-ups and you nominate. I'm going to do that today. Nominate.
How many times have you been nominated?
Did you get nominated?
I haven't been nominated, but I want to be the one that starts it.
Really?
So,
I've already been nominated. Blage,
Have you?
our web designer, has nominated me. And Bree said, you've been nominated by Blage. And I said, Blage can go get fucked. It's like, I don't need more admin right
Can
now.
you do it? You have to do it.
Just
No.
Well, what is it? 10 push-ups?
Yeah, it's not much, but I just feel like, what's the point?
Hey, don't judge it until you're doing it, bro.
No, but I just feel like, why do I need to? I don't need to prove shit to anyone. Like, yeah, maybe it's true though, isn't it?
But it's not proving anything to anyone. I've never been into this shit, and I gave
So
as
why
much
do it?
pushback
Just don't do it.
to any of the neck nominate where you're necking a beer, all that shit. But I thought if we do some kind of one like this between us, like I did push-ups for the first time in weeks yesterday, and I could still do them. It's still there, but it's just painful. I
prefer to do them if they're just not recorded. I just feel like that's the bit that I don't like. Is it's like I don't want to be some sort of guilt, peer pressure bullshit. Do you know what I want to get into though? I'm thinking about burpees. I want to get into burpees.
Yeah, I mean, not the greatest for your back. Maybe start with push-ups first.
Well, you think that push-ups are easier than burpees?
It's not about ease. I'm just like, start on your knees doing push-ups, build some strength, son, and then get to burpee. Oh, it's just for your back because you've got
burpees just getting up, really.
Yeah, and you struggle to get
jumping.
up.
Are you jumping though?
Well,
you're not going to do a tuck jump. You wouldn't do a tuck jump.
What's the difference between a tuck jump and a jump?
Oh, you said. I mean, you were just like getting up.
Burpees isn't burpees. What's the tuck bit? Just explain the tuck bit.
I'm pretty like you do like a tuck jump at the top of the burpee.
But TJ, what is a tuck?
Oh no, that's like you could make a burpee extremely hard or like low key. So the getting up one is literally you're saying a burpee is like you're lying on your stomach and then you stand up by pushing your hands onto the ground, bring your knees in, stand up, or you can do a jumping burpee with knee tuck into a squat. You could do many versions of them. So but no. So I'm going to nominate one of you guys and somebody.
Can we
else.
do a different type of challenge? So I think that
the tech challenge.
I think that it's just let's just do a different type. What about skipping is a little bit. I saw someone skipping at the park, and they didn't have a skipping rope.
What?
Really?
So they were just doing it as if they had one, but they didn't have one.
It is actually the exact same thing. Like if all you do is just move it,
But you never.
I was skipping yesterday.
You're not actually because you're never hitting it. Like you're smashing every double under.
It's much safer skipping. I did skipping yesterday, and yeah. I mean, this is where you start. If people in isolation, if they haven't moved, it seems like you've never seen more people exercise or more people posting about how they exercise than at this moment, right?
Yeah. Well, here's my theory: is like I'm pretty sedentary for the most part, but I am going to improve. But I think that for most people, they are changing. Like they've gone from being extremely active to being more sedentary. So I think that I'm actually at an advantage because now anything that I do now, I'm actually winning.
Yeah.
More than before.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't want to be the king of sitting down.
No, but the thing is that no. I'm not saying winning in sitting down. What I'm saying is winning in the sense of I'm actually going to make an improvement to my life just by starting to do burpees. Whereas other people who have gone to the boot camp 6 days a week, they're going to, they're eating like they're doing 6 days a week. Yeah. Whereas, no?
Yeah, I mean, I was
any bit of exercise. Any bit of exercise is great.
Yeah. I have been feeling
think
a
about
heartbeat in my
bodybuilders.
stomach. Do you know what the deal is with that? I know I'm getting into just health questions now.
How much have you been eating?
Just a lot of beans, I guess.
Are you?
Do you know what I
Is
mean?
it after excessively eating? Yeah, I know what you mean.
Nah, it's just in general.
Well, your heart is not in your stomach, dude.
Well, that's what I mean. But I wonder if I'm I feel like I don't know if this is a misconception, but because I have an innie belly button, I don't think that I would be prone to a hernia. But it feels like that's the sort of thing that would happen to someone with a hernia.
Have you got any pain?
No, just a heartbeat.
But hang on. So when you say you've got a heartbeat in your stomach, is your stomach just wobbling from your heartbeat?
No, it's when I'm laying down and I just sort of feel it. Maybe I'm more in tune.
Yeah, I know, but your heart beats at the top and then ripple effects down to the stomach. Because I can see, like, if I lie down, I could see my stomach kind of moving with my heartbeat slightly.
Blage is doing the carnivore diet.
I mean, is it the right time to start doing these things? We had 2 people yesterday say they're doing the keto diet, but one was drinking beer, which is not keto. I think
it was a keto beer, maybe.
Yeah, but I mean, if you look at people who really do keto, no shade to Russ and Whitey that were doing it, but even people that talk about like coffee on these, it's like everyone makes exceptions.
Bullet coffee or whatever.
So I guess, no, but like keto. Oh yeah. Oh no.
Bodie's in town. Here we go.
A finger into.
What have you done?
Cream.
Oh no.
Bodie, who did this? He just really fingered the pawpaw cream.
Oh, that's a nightmare.
If you can hear in the background some sizzle, that's just some schnitzels.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, great.
But I know people get annoyed when I talk about food and diet and all that sort of thing. But in all seriousness, I think it's a good opportunity to go to basics. I've got my egg maker now, so I can boil and do soft boil and all that sort of thing. And so
I have to say, that makes the worst noise when it goes off.
Oh, yeah. It sounds like a fire alarm.
What?
Yeah. It's like...
that's horrible. If Josh seems
what do we think of the
distracted,
switching?
You're loving the switching.
I know, but the thing is, you're slightly... if you're present 80% of the time, usually in a show, your presence is maybe 60%.
Are you feeling it?
Because your focus is... Yeah, I'm definitely feeling it. Yeah.
Is it because you're seeing the switching and being like, man, how's he doing it?
It rattles me.
I am a bit rattled.
So on YouTube and just like vMix or whatever, and then I'm in the corner with the FaceTime camera. It's just too much.
Well, I think what we can do is I can set it so that you guys, like we all get a feed that stays the same, where it's all of us, but then everyone else gets all the bits and pieces.
Someone said to us in English,
in English.
So I'm just saying it's someone with it looks like Chinese writing, Japanese writing. On YouTube, our live feed said first time on a live stream, looks great. So there you go, Josh. That would probably make you feel better.
Also, Grace has got an update on the board game. It's called Code Names.
Oh, it's called Code Names. Okay.
Yep.
How does card game Monopoly work, Sebs?
So you get cash. So you've got like cash cards or whatever, and so they go in on your table in front of you as like your bank, and then you've got properties, and so you've got like 7 cards in your hand, and you're picking up from the deck, and you place your cards down on the table, and you're trying to get 3 or 4 or how many you need to get a complete set of houses.
So you're just collecting cards?
Yeah, but you've got like action cards, so you can steal from other people, or you can charge rent on all your properties. So it gets a bit more involved when you do that.
Sevs, have you and your family had any blow-ups yet? Because you guys are quite tight, but you're all at home. You're not in the office like you usually are for about 15 hours a day. So what's going on?
No big blow-ups yet. I mean, we had a discussion
discussion
maybe two nights ago, just on what's our action plan and how we're gonna I guess like manage the situation around home.
Did
and it was
Chairman lead it, or who led that?
Yeah, no,
Yes,
Chairman
was.
Yeah, of course
Chairman was just sharpening a knife as he's talking. Just fucking real doomsday.
So what did Chairman say?
It was just sort of focusing on like strategies or things that we can do to minimize the risk of us getting anything. So just like being careful with like going out with other people, or making sure we're all aware of what each other's doing. And it's also like a mental health thing as well, like making sure everyone's all good.
I think Chairman's the weakest link with his visits to Bunnings and Aldi and picking up fridges and buying bloody exercise racks. It's all.
He got more weights today, actually.
Did he? I mean, where's he get these weights from? Do we know where these have come from? Oh, I've never thought so much about. I mean, as I rub my nose with my knuckles, but never thought
the knuckles that you use to open your door. That's where I've fucked up. I've been just using my knuckles, but I'm using it for everything, so it's probably just as bad.
One thing, Josh, I thought, can you work out who your neighbours are? Like, I think this time is where you're bringing people together.
Are you going to one of my neighbours?
As in personally, or you've just met them through living in the apartment block?
Just met them through and so not sure.
There's been a lot of people posting. Someone in an elevator posted a photo that was like, "Here's my number. If you need anything, give us a call. Jump on a WhatsApp message." Like, it seems really kind. What's going on at the moment?
Yeah, so I think we saw our the neighbour that is literally next door to us, and I said to him, "Hey, he uses 4G internet. He doesn't have like his internet set up," and so I said, "If you need internet, let us know."
Yeah.
But yeah, we had some good banter. He appreciated that I remembered that he's a salesperson in the medical field, specifically in hearing aids.
And has his business? Did you get into a dark conversation?
No. It was. This was like a week and a bit ago, so it was a bit of a different time.
Last time you saw another human.
Yeah, I mean the great thing is things like lifts. I actually think that people are more calibrated to how I like to do things. So the walking across it, you criticized me the other day when there was a homeless man and he was sort of getting up, and then I moved sort of quickly out of the way, and you just sort of accused me of being just a bit of a tool. I feel like that is now
I'm pretty sure the homeless guy felt pretty homeless in that moment when just the way he reacted, and I looked at you reacting to him and him reacting to you. I was like,
I just do that with everyone. Just got to create a bit of space, a bit of room,
Yeah. No, I mean, it's in vogue. It's a distance.
And so you know your neighbours, but I don't know, Sevs, do you know yours?
Nah.
At all?
The thing is, nah, not even. I mean, like the people to the left of us, they moved in recently. We've probably, our Abby, my dog, she's run over there into their property and just hung out there for a little bit. Other than that, we've got no idea. And then the people to the right of us, they've been there for like maybe 5 years, but we haven't.
Can you be a big sweetie and write a little handwritten note and just pop it in the letterbox, just saying, "If you need anything, I'm here. Call me."
Anything technical or what?
Just well, you can't offer internet because yours is just
getting by.
Yeah. So, I mean, is there anything? What could you do? So, Josh, I know your pushback on the nominate thing is like it's being.
Well, the nominate thing, to be honest, is no, it's not even virtuing. It's that I want to do all this stuff, but I want to do it on my own terms.
But hang on,
doing it because someone's. Yeah, go on.
No, I think the problem is that people don't do shit on their own terms.
Well, I'd be more comfortable with doing 20 push-ups rather than 10, just to push back on the 10.
Well, can you do 20 push-ups? 20 push-ups is hard for a lot of people.
Then maybe not.
Can you do 10? Can we get you doing 10?
Yeah, I could do 10, but I see what you're trying to do.
Could you do 10 now?
Yeah, I know. I could see this coming from a mile away. I don't know. I literally haven't tried. But I think What about if we were to do because I'm feeling it, like walking out this morning, like I got to that point where I'm just like picking at my clothes because it's just fucking just my guts touching it. Like it's just that like little bit too much. And so I want to dial that in. So I'm very serious this weekend.
I think if you start doing you move more, you feel less like that. Like some of that is mental.
Yeah.
I know that I was getting annoyed this week in a t-shirt. I was like, I know what you mean, but I think that
just
is
irritable.
Somewhat mental. Irritable.
Yeah.
I feel fat. I'm just feeling like a muddy swamp that has no running water.
Well, Bree went to Bonds and got me an XL t-shirt. And I'm like, I don't like the cut either. It felt like a large. I'm like, this is a large.
But how about you do the nomination thing, and that is
maybe could I do my home boot? What about if I was to do a boot camp for Gronks, where could we do? I'm happy to do. I think that if we know anything about my all trails and using technology to sort of move me to do things, I think that if we were to set something up where
you did one fucking trail on all trails,
I did 2 trails
on the one weekend and haven't used it since.
But I still went for walks today.
But what's your point?
So my point is that I think that doing like a 10 a.m. Zoom for all Gronks, and we'll do a little bit of training.
Too much. You know what? I signed up. I was going to sign.
Yeah, forget.
I was going to sign up for
sign up for Cuck.
Old mate. No, for Liam Hemsworth. No, Chris Hemsworth's app
center.
But to sign up, you still need to. It's like you're saying, "I'm going to do it and pay," and so it locks you.
Yeah, you got to enter your card, but you can just cancel.
No,
it's
absolutely
real risky.
Not. It's risky because they're getting people in this time. Yeah, you're doing something nice, Chris. We're giving 6 weeks free
Mate, you're
access.
already loaded. Yeah.
But then what? If he was a real baller, you'd do no card required, 6 weeks access, like base camp. That's what they did. No card required. He knows what's
going to happen if he does that.
Yeah, he's going to help a lot of people, and then he will still be able to pay for his water delivery because he's got that Thor money.
Zing.
He's all good.
I think that What's going on with Bodie?
Oh, Bodie's just up and about. Amy's just cooked schnitzel.
Oh, lovely.
This is starting to look more appealing than this conversation we're having, to be honest.
We'll head off. But
it's been a good little short ep. Big week coming up.
Mm-hmm.
Still got tomorrow, Sunday, to cap it off.
And so if you missed the memo, we're going to 2 times a day, twice a day, Monday to Friday. And have we locked in the times?
I think we do around 11 in the morning and 5-ish at night.
Yeah. And so
that was sort of the average between all of them.
Yeah. And we're setting up a page at the moment where you can go to that has a list of the week schedule, so you can find a live time that's good for you and put it in the calendar.
Yeah. But it just cut to a wide for me. Bodie's just here. He just wanted to show his muscles.
Bodie, do you want to show your muscles?
Show me your muscles. No. Oh. He just punched me.
Oh, no.
Deserves it.
Not ideal.
Definitely.
And so, no, I do like the idea of stuff that we can do as a team. So maybe... And
we're going to start... I'm going to nominate. I'm going to do it straight after this. I'm going to do a nomination.
Okay, great.
And then we can go from there.
Okay,
what are you going to do, Josh?
What do you think about doing... So, Sevs, you were doing the family board game. What do you think about doing like a game using an iPad? How's your dad's iPad going, by the way?
Still broken.
Is it just the screen?
The screen's, no, but it's full on though.
Yeah.
Like he took it to the Apple store and it's $700 to replace the screen.
That's crazy.
Because I think there's one thing we don't need.
Something?
I think there's one thing we don't need more of. It's anything that makes us sedentary. Any game you're sitting down playing, we don't need any of that shit. Do it with.
And so, what about moving around? What's some fun? Because I love dancing. What do we think? Like, if I just got Google Home on right now and pump some music, I could dance for 2 hours.
Could you?
Yeah,
I will say. If you could, do you think you could? This is now a challenge.
Yeah, I could definitely
2
dance
hours.
for 2 hours of dancing.
120 minutes.
Yeah.
You think you could just dance to music?
Yeah, I mean,
I don't reckon you could do it.
If I was doing it, the problem is that I'm feeling self-conscious at the moment. So that would be me leaning in because I'd prefer to do it not streaming, but I hear what you're saying. You want me to stream me dance for 2 hours.
Well, no, you just made the bold claim that you could dance for 2 hours straight.
Okay, I'll do it.
You don't like exercise, but you'll do 2 hours of dancing because you love dancing.
I actually don't mind exercise, to be clear. But the I'm happy to do 2 hours. I'll do it today.
Yeah.
What's the time now? It's nearly 3. Yeah.
You don't have to do it today. I'm going to just nominate. I'm going to do the push-ups, 10 of them, and nominate somebody within the Gronk Squad.
The only problem is the Instagram has a hour limit.
That's all good.
I'm happy. I'm 2 live streams. I'd be happy for you to do an hour live stream, and that's it.
If you can do an hour of dancing, yeah.
Okay, perfect. I think I could easily do that. Today I could do an hour of me dancing, but what we need now is it'd be great if we could do a playlist that everyone could get involved with.
Oh, that's great.
just play your music.
All right, so what I'll do, I think that's a good way of just getting
I don't know about Josh. Just Josh's music. We had bad
feedback.
Well,
no, this is here. I'm just trying not to put barriers in front of Josh doing physical activity for 1 hour straight.
Well, okay.
I know you can walk for 5 hours straight, but it's I'm gonna do the push-ups. Simple. It's just about starting. I think that's what you need. You don't need
Grace
anything
says,
complicated.
TJ, you get to nominate 10 people.
And George says, please do a 2 hour dance, Josh.
Okay.
C10 do 10 is the challenge. You get to nominate 10.
C10 do 10.
That's annoying. I can't even think of 10 people.
Yeah, this is your whole life.
It's a birthday party all over again.
Yeah. I mean, Go on.
I know it's it already makes me cringe, the term C10 do 10. It's like, fuck off. But I'll do it. I think this is what happens when you're forced into isolation.
Okay.
You start.
Well, maybe I will do that. All right, I'll do the C10. Maybe I should just lean into all challenges this month.
I think we need to. We're inside. Let's just do what makes you feel a bit.
All right.
Gross.
I would like to. Maybe could we do a challenge on steps?
I'm doing C10 do 10. You then iterate on that, mate.
What do you think, Sebs? What's some challenges that we could set up?
If we had team whoops, that'd be great. Because then you could do your heart rate.
Put that back in.
Like the intensity of the workout. But yeah, I mean, I guess you could do steps. That's fine.
Okay.
What,
depends
10
how
steps?
much people are walking.
No, as in just who can do the most amount of steps. But are we criticising people now that are moving too much? If you move, are you endangering people?
Well, I think we need evidence that you're moving.
Yeah.
Look at this nude kid in the background.
He's nude.
He's just found my Oculus Go.
Oh, really?
Okay. Yeah. All right. I'm gonna do an hour dance today.
And I'll do C10 do 10.
Okay.
Great.
All right. It's the Daily Talk Show. If you enjoy the show, you can leave us a review at Apple Podcasts. Also, we are doing twice a day, Monday to Friday. You can watch it at youtube.com/The Daily Talk Show. Also, if you want to catch up on any episodes, you can do that at thedailytalkshow.com. Anything else?
And also, in this time when there's a lot of internet traffic, I tell you who's been able to keep our site up, Banter IP.
Oh, yeah, Banter IP.
Yeah, it's good. I mean, there's a lot of traffic going to our site, and they managing
huge amount. If you use the coupon code TDTS at checkout, you can get 50% off your first year of shared hosting. You just go to ventureip.com.au.
Need a domain? Need some hosting? Venture. Get in it.
Awesome.
Get on it.
All right, guys.
I'm doing 10. See you, boys.
It's a Daily Talk Show. Have a good one. Enjoy your Saturday. See you tomorrow.
See you guys.